Okay, 10.5, volume of pyramids. Try to ignore the YouTube video that I'm going to be using here in a second. Okay, so we're talking about volumes of pyramids in this particular section. Again, we're going to use a formula, cube, and its volume. So let's watch. Technical difficulties here. Apparently didn't like me being in a different place.
The pyramid and the cube have the same base and the same height. See how many times bigger the cube is than the pyramid. You'll find that the cube is 3 times as big as a pyramid.
Amazing. All right. Okay, so let's look at the formula for a pyramid, the volume of a pyramid. Okay, so right over here, you can see that it is 1/3 times base times height. So big B. Okay, remember big B is the area of the base. So why is it that we have, so if you recognize this, V equals big B times H, you'll remember that that was the formula for the prism, okay? So 1/3 of the volume of a prism is a pyramid. Okay, so we're going to go back. The formula we're going to use is right here. Volume equals 1/3 times big B base, so the area of the base, times the height of that pyramid. Okay, so as you can see over here, we've got a square or rectangular base, and then we dropped the altitude from the top of the pyramid down to find our height. Over here we've got another kind of parallelogram base. Our height, again, drop that down, that altitude down, or measure from the point down to the base. Okay, so that being said, why is this 1/3 here? Because BH, big B times H, is the volume of a prism, okay? So a prism is a rectangular prism, all those different prisms. So what is this 1/3 thing? So I found a video that actually shows so basically 3 cubes will fit inside of a prism of the same base. All right, so let's get to work here. So just remember the 1/3. This is pretty simple, guys. But we have to find the area of the base, so big B. All right, so that's kind of our tricky part, unless they give it to us. Okay, so this is like a hexagonal base, but you don't even have to figure that out because they just go ahead and give it to you. So we have V equals 1/3 times what they've given us, 48. Now I just need to multiply it by the height, which is this thing right here, because we know that because it's got that red altitude with the right angle. So that is 9, and then we just take 1/3, 1/3 of 9 is 3, so it looks like we're going to be multiplying 48 times 3, or you can multiply all 3 numbers together. Hold on, I'm going to check my calculator. Didn't seem cleared. Okay, so we have 144, and now we have millimeters cubed. Okay, check our work. We're correct. Okay, so next. This is easy, right? You love this. All right, so we have volume equals 1/3 of big B base. Okay, so what's the base on this left shape? We're doing A here. Well, it's this base down here. Remember, pyramids have one base, and then they have triangular things that come together to a point at the top. That's what makes it a pyramid. Okay, so we have a rectangular base, length times width, which is 4 times 3, which is 12. So big B base is 12. Ooh, we could even use colors. And height is this altitude drop down from the top of the pyramid to the base, and a right angle is formed, and it is 7. So 1/3 of 12 is 4. 4 times 7 is 28. So volume equals 28 feet cubed. Boom. Check. Done. We're correct. All right, so now this one's weird looking. Is the only reason I'm gonna do this one, okay? You just have to trust it, so I'm gonna definitely need some colors here. Okay, so first of all, our base is a triangular base, okay? So this triangle is, well, what's the formula for the base, or I'm sorry, the area of a triangle? It is 1/2 base times height. Okay, so 1/2 of the base, okay, so volume is going to be equal to 1/3 of, well, first we have to take the base times 1/2 the base little b times the height of this triangle part times the height of the whole thing, which is this 10, right? This 10. Okay, so we're just going to figure this out. Volume, it looks complicated, but it's really not, guys. Let's just look at this part right here. So 1/2 of our base, which is 17.5. That's a bad 17, sorry. Times the height, which is this thing here. So we basically taken our base, and then we went to the tip of this. I'm going to change it to blue. We went to the tip of this triangle. So I'm looking at this triangle here with the black base and a blue bottom. So we went to the point of that triangle, dropped our altitude down to our base, and that gives us our right angle, so we know that's our height. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, and then that's our height. So 1/2 of 6 is 3. 3 times 17.5 is equal to 52 times 10. Don't forget that. So we have 1/3 of all of this stuff put together was 52.5. That's a 2 times 10. Okay, so now we just take, let's see, 52.5 times 10 is 525, because multiplying by 5 means I move my decimal point to the right. So I have 525. 525, 1/3 of that is the same as dividing by 3, which is 175. 175, and we have meters, and we're voluming, so meters cubed. Let's see if we got the right thing. We did. Aren't we awesome? Okay, let's move on. So we're not going to dwell on this. I just want to talk to you about thinking about problems. Okay, so basically what they have is they have this sunscreen bottle. Okay, and they're basically telling you, well, technically this is a pyramid, except from here up we cut it off. Okay, so what we need is, if this were a full pyramid up here, which is actually better to look over here, if this were a full pyramid, it would have this volume. Okay, so the original pyramid, when we plug it into our formula, we plug in all these dimensions. If we had the top still, okay, then it would be 4 1/3. Well, since I had to put the pump on the sunscreen, I had to take that part off. So I'm basically taking the original minus, that's a minus sign, minus the smaller side, which when you figure out this is the smaller side. So what I do is I take 4 minus this 0.0625, and I end up with this 3.9375. Okay, but then it wants to know the unit rate. Well, it tells us that the sunscreen's 996, so you just take 996 and divide it by the total number, which is actually right here, this amount of actual space for sunscreen lotion, okay? And you come up with approximately $2.53. Okay, so there you go. I just wanted to throw that one in there. Wow, I did this video really quickly. All right, cool. If you have any questions, email me. Hope you guys are doing well. Bye.